Sir, I'm back at the Palathon.
Well done, soldier. Meet me in the vault. We can finally have that conversation that I've been trying to avoid.
Sir?
Back here, Jack. Here. This dossier is for you. My report of Sandrak's time as an immortal. Some details remain classified. I'm sure you understand.
I was hoping for more than a summary. You know, for us to talk about it.
It will have to do. I don't like to talk about Sandrak, because I don't like remembering him as a friend. We fought alongside each other for 30 years, Jack. I depended on him, would have given my life for his. And all of that is gone. It does me no good to relive it. To let it in, I might also invite a mercy where I can have none. Come, show me the mark you recovered from the Shrine Forge.
Sure.
It lets you feel the movements of the Binding Stone?
Yeah. Sandrak's definitely sailing the deep mirror, but his movements are weird. Erratic.
Unfortunately, we can't afford to send a large force out to sea. Most of the Light's army musters at the front, and we need them to remain there. You, Zendara, and Devon will have to face Sandrak alone. Well, not exactly alone. My contacts in the Clayless Traders Guild provided us with a Colossal during the Trenchship Rebellion. I never gave it back. It'll take time to wake her up. She's not seen service in a very long time. Captain Selko's a fine steersman, if I recall correctly.
And I can guide him to wherever Sandrak is, using my mark.
That's the plan. Now, unless you have something else to ask me, that'll be all.
You've been hiding anything and everything about Sandrak being an immortal since day one. I deserve more than a report you wrote up.
Tell me, Jack, if you had a very close friend that you shared a common cause with for the longest time, a vision of what was right and true and good, and they betrayed that vision, betrayed you, how would you feel? Would you want to talk about it? Could you talk about it? If the person you once knew became someone you could never now understand?
Yes, absolutely. I'd have to know how it even got to that point.
Sandrak and I were companion in arms for longer than you've been alive. We stood against the Kalthus Estates, the Sea King Usurper, the Colossals of the Arjaman Pretenders, even against Rasharn, his homeland. And then one day, he refused to participate in a mission that could have very well ended the war.
What mission?
Read the report.
And we're back to that.
Look, what's important is that Sandrak had orders, and he allowed his own hubris to ignore them. He made a decision that jeopardized the rest of us because he thought he knew better.
Yeah. Hubris sure is some bad news. It's terrible.
For the breaking of his oaths to the Order, I exiled him back to Rasharn as punishment, thinking his ancestral enemies there would be the death of him.
That last part didn't work out.
Not even a little bit.
All right. I've got everything I need, sir.
Zendara and Devon should have already returned by now. You'll all set out for the Deep Mere in the morning. Oh, one more thing. The Oromik girl, Kenzie. She wanted to speak to you when you returned from the Shrine Forge. I think she's a bit smitten with you.
Yeah, I don't know if it's limited to just me, sir.
Initiate, come up to the war chamber. Devin and I have decided that since we might die in the morning, we should,
Get hammered!
Yes. That.
On my way. I've got 100 Allori chasing me. Nowhere to go. All by myself. And then, boom! I'm grabbed by the neck. I can't read. Sure, just interrupt my story in the rudest, most disgusting way imaginable. That's cool.
I honestly forgot you were telling one. Oh, did I ever tell you guys about the time I almost turned 100 years old? My company was holed up in the trenches at True Haven Pass, and I was still assigned to Light's army then. Medical watch, yes.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is a lie.
Absolutely serious. The Rashanians hit the trench with an aging spell. By morning, we're suddenly too tired to fight. We're too infirm. Our brains are muddled. We've got the cataracts. So, anyway, I see myself in a mirror, right? I look like my father. My father was a very unattractive man, Jack. We call him the Turtle. I am not going to age well.
So tell me, Sarah, when did you say to yourself, hey, bigotry, it's not really so bad, is it?
I have to make a far call.
Are you referring, Initiate, to why I think the unforeseen are a curse?
Yep.
Telenir was a small city in Kalthus. The priests there believed that the Lightless were given some divine role by the Pentasod, and they didn't allow Magni within their walls. Can you imagine? A city without magic?
I'm not an asshole, so yes.
One day, at some morning prayer, a young girl, in Unforeseen, just exploded with wild magic. She died screaming as spellfire erupted from her body. All of Telenir started burning. And because there were no Magni around, this wild magic went unchecked. The whole city, and everyone in it, were reduced to ashes.
That's all very sad and terrible, sir. But we're not all that little girl. That's not how it happened with me.
It could have. There's no protection against your kind. And when you do happen, more often than not, people around you die.
Okay, enough of that. My father always said the best way to mend bridges between parties that held wildly divergent opinions was to find a commonality in vice. Drink up, nerds.
Another.
How'd a fucking bird get in here?
Oh, good. You see it too? You.
You still have that thing about birds.
Birds absolutely do not give a shit about the way their heads look when they walk. I would be mortified.
Another.
Damn it.
Another.
Use your lash! Use your lash! I know. Another.
Am I dead? Ugh.
It's him, isn't it? Sandrak's moving towards the font. Showtime, then. And listen, I may not like what you are, Jack, but I like who you are.
That feels really abstract and not entirely okay, but thanks. I think.
The Immortals are better because of you. And Lucium may end up surviving because an unforeseen led the charge.
Morning, sir.
Unfortunately,
It was a good night, sir. I won my retirement fund betting on your skill at beer pong.
wait, you were there? I didn't see you.
You weren't seeing much by that point, sir. Duty calls, though. Come to the docks over in Thaven's Point. We're nearly ready to cast off.
All right. See you soon.
on, man. Man, que chulo.
Welcome aboard, Immortal. What's our bearing, sir?
Can't give you anything precise, Captain, but north by northeast, 5 knots. If Sandrak changes course, you'll be the first to know. Something wrong?
Just the fact that this mission and the war hinges on something that we don't understand. At all.
We'll catch him, sir.
Jack?
Hey, Dev?
This was built by the Ajman. You sometimes forget that there were great civilizations of such marvelous invention before Aristea. What's up, Jack?
So, you went to university, right? I mean, duh, you were just all, this was built by the Ajman, and I've never even heard of them.
If there's one thing my father expected of me, it was to treat history like a type of scholastic jambalaya. And just continue.
Yeah, okay. So, you know, I've read a lot of books, and I know my numbers and stuff like that. It's just...
I don't think I've ever seen you so insecure, Jack. Is it the upcoming fight?
No. Well, yeah, kind of, maybe. Look, the thing is, Sandrak is super educated. You remember how he called me...
In our every meeting, a yipping pup. I remember.
Exactly.
In our every meeting, a yipping pup!
You didn't need to do it again. But yeah, that's, you know, I want to say something like that to him, right? Like, we're fighting and I'm all, yeah, and you're old. But not like that, obviously.
Oh, I see. An erudite put-down. A deeply cutting tit to his tat.
If that means what I think it does, then very much yes.
Well, let's make one for you. Like you say, Sandrak's very old, and he's...
a stuffed shirt.
Let's work on it. We'll give it right back to him. In our every meeting, so-and-so... Blowhard? Buffoon? Windbag?
Definitely blowhard.
Definitely. But something before it. In our every meeting, a what? Blowhard. Now, the old bit. Geriatric? Obsolescent? Fossil? Oh no, fossilized.
Obsolescent does feel like a Sandrak word.
I mean, he doesn't have a monopoly on it, but it certainly works for our purposes. I think we've got it. Let's test it out. I'm Sandrak. Wait, are you ready?
I'm ready.
I'm Sandrak, and I'm bursting with power, and I have that bored patrician look on my face, and I go something like, "Fools, for certain, there is no mercy, but of my white hot and branding make."
Shut the fuck up, you obsolescent blowhard! What do you think?
I mean, just telling him to shut the fuck up is pretty good. He'll absolutely hate it.
Huh. Yeah, I guess you would.
And you really sell that part of it.
Yeah, it feels good. Okay, thanks, Dev.
Happy to help. Now, get up to the control room. I'll join you shortly.
On your mind, Initiate.
Oh, I just heard you talking and thought maybe
Has Sandrak changed course?
No. I don't know why he was almost running in circles before, but his movements have leveled out. Now it's a straight line.
Font of Kalalian. They call her the mother of the water spirits. She's quick, and wouldn't have been run down easily. She gave him a good chase.
Did you just make that up? I thought you guys didn't know anything about the fonts.
I don't know what they look like. And outside of the font and the Palathon, I've never known where they were.
It's so blurry.
But that's never stopped Magni from telling stories about them. Speaking of the font and the Palathon, what did she show you on the path that you took with you? The one most important to you, I mean. I'm just curious.
Her name's Luna. The friend I mentioned during my graduation, or whatever you call it.
The one the Rosharnians killed.
Yeah. Yeah, that's who I'm talking about.
You two have unfinished business.
What?
That's what the path was saying. You must not be able to bury her, Jack. You need to figure out how. Carry on, Initiate.
All hands, this is the captain. We've sighted a fleet of Rashanian airships headed our way. Prepare to engage. Prepare to repel boarders!
Airships got a tungsten! Action stations! Action stations!
Here we go.
Jack, get to the control room and protect Selko. Zendara and I will hold off the Rashanians down here.
Got it. Gotta get to the control room.
Jack, this is stupid. Turn back. There's no reason for your people to lose their lives.
You shouldn't underestimate them. They used to be your people too, remember?
Sandrak's already started binding the font. He'll be unstoppable when he's finished, and there's nothing any of you can do.
Yeah, well, I've still got a trick or two up my sleeve. And you could help.
You know I won't.
And stop wasting my time. Selko!
Hold still, Captain.
We're here.
The
font is on the bottom of the sea, and he's holding the waters back.
He's draining the font. We gotta go. Now.
Go! Devin can steer in my stead. We'll hold off the Rashanians.
I'll do what now?
You are broken and you are bound, Dream of Kilalian. The fault of Aristea was thinking of you as anything more than a tool.
Quiet. Jack! Use your mark to destroy it now!
He doesn't have any such mark, my dear.
What?
Stand down, brother. You could rejoice with me. The work is almost done.
Or you could just shut the fuck up.
Manners. Every moment of your life has existed in the orbit of my own. You cannot describe yourself without mentioning my name. I am the sole catalyst for your sense of purpose. There comes a time when any thrall buckles at their chains. But I never put them there. You see me as your enemy because I don't see you at all.
Inside the Capitol, the Vice President was rushed from the Senate.
Triarch. Kirkin was lucky to find him. Vijay! There's no grace in your magic, no skill. Vijay! Van Tiefel. I need more time. Radakal is back. Vijay! Van Tiefel. Him at bay. What do you hope to do? Let me bring this to a close. Vijay! Van Tiefel. Give that back.
To the American people. He had
Triarch. Kirkin was lucky to find him. Vijay! You were unforeseen, I can tell. That a miss. more time. That doesn't belong to us. That's a miss. Fight like a soldier in the dirt, not a magnet. That's a miss. BJ! Lucia should have been a lesson. Keep him at bay. You would take the power of the force for yourself. Can't you? Enough! Do not let him interrupt you. What do you hope to do with that? Let me bring this to a close. That's a miss. Have it, Vantiful. Vision. Draw this out for nothing. Kill the Immortal!
Great. I'm back here. Shrouded realm. It's just like the Pale Forest. Something about the fonts weakens the barriers between the worlds. Oh, hey. We gotta stop meeting like this. Shit! Wait! Zendara, on your feet! We've got to go now! The sea's collapsing on itself!
Let it be your tomb!
Or, how about yours? Get in! Dead. He's gotta be.
Maybe not dead exactly, but extremely inconvenienced.
We lost the Binding Stone, Jack.
Found it. Hey, where's Zendara?
Already flying back to the Palathon, I suspect. Or searching for some errant Rashanian Harriers to pummel so she can work her aggressions out before speaking to Kirkham.
Wait, what?
You're joking. You completely went against orders at the Shrine Forge, Jack. And you hid it from all of us. You made us look like fools.
What? No, you mean the control mark? Sandrak's gone. We got the Binding Stone. Devin, we just won the war.
Kirkham told you to destroy it, not bring it home.
Devin, you cannot be serious right now.
Just go, Jack. Kirkham's going to be positively beside herself with anger when she finds out what you did. You need to take this seriously. It will go over very badly.
He was pressuring Steve. He knew he was lying. He was trying to basically change out the DOJ sympathetic to him to give at least an air of federal complicity in challenging election results. And he knew he was sitting on the fence during the attack of January 6th, that there was a chance to succeed. What do you want Americans to take away from the hearings? How do you these hearings understand how close we came that day to losing that self-governance? Freedom isn't free. You have to defend this. So he sees this nice here.
Do you miss me yet? In the aftermath of January 6th and his election loss, Anthony Gonzalez, that's another name. Donald Trump made it his mission to replace Republican opponents with supporters. He had mixed success. In Arizona and Pennsylvania, he backed gubernatorial candidates Carrie Lake and Doug Mastriano, and Senate candidates Blake Masters and Mehmet Oz. All of them lost. Of the 10 Republicans in the House of Representatives who voted to impeach Trump because of January 6th, only 2 returned to Congress in 2023.
They claim that
The others either declined to run for re-election, such as Adam Kinzinger, or lost the Republican primary re-election battles to more Trump-supporting candidates, such as Liz Cheney. This mission that you've taken on has cost you your job. Do you have any regrets?
Our obligation, my obligation, very much is above politics. I can't imagine having done anything differently at any stage in this process since January 6th. It saddens me. So many of my colleagues have not.
Kinzinger and Cheney were the only 2 Republicans on the House Committee to investigate the attack on January 6th. They've become pariahs in a party where they were once seen as its future.
we cannot survive as a party existing on the personality of one man.
The Select Committee to investigate the January 6th attack had a Herculean task set before it. Its members and staff conducted more than 1,000 interviews, filmed hundreds of taped depositions, and collected more than 140,000 documents. And finally, the week of December 19th, the committee showed us its full hand. Leading this hour, the January 6th committee, referring Donald Trump, to the Justice Department for criminal prosecution. The first criminal statute we invoked for referral, therefore, at its last hearing, the committee recommended Donald Trump be prosecuted for 4 different crimes, including obstruction of an official proceeding on January 6, 2021. The whole purpose and obvious effect of Trump's scheme were to obstruct, influence, and impede this official proceeding. Conspiracy to defraud the United States. Conspiracy to make false statements. And perhaps the most grave referral, the one for aiding or assisting an insurrection. Anyone who incites others to engage in rebelling, assists them in doing so, or gives aid and comfort to those engaged in the insurrection is guilty of a federal crime. It's a charge that may be particularly difficult to prove. Here.
This is the front. The bulk of the Light's army musters there, ready for the big push. I've run through the war games countless times. When Sandrak had the Binding Stone, our chances were slim to none. All these soldiers, when you look at them, Jack, what do you see?
I know you want me to say I see loyalty or duty or something like that. Alright, that way I can step into some irony or whatever you can use to... Look, I know you're using this as some kind of preamble to tell me you're angry with me.
I am goddamn furious.
I'm sorry. I got to the Shrine Forge, and there was a choice I could make.
No, there wasn't. There wasn't a choice. Who told you there was a choice? Zendara, you were as field commander. Did you get to the Shrine Forge and say, make it up as you go along?
No, sir. Our objective was to figure out a way to destroy the Binding Stone.
Then why is it in my war chamber, Commander?
I gave no indication that we were to deviate from that objective, sir.
So you're telling me that you're unable to control your people? Is that it?
Don't yell at her. I did it.
But there are state-level investigations as well.
Chain of command, Jack. And I'm getting to you.
Okay. If I can just say one thing. That right there is unnecessary with that right there. I got us control of the ultimate weapon. And we can roll right now into Rasharn by ourselves and force their surrender without firing a shot.
Oh, you've got it all worked out. I didn't realize that.
Am I the only one in the room that sees the last 24 hours as an unbelievable victory? What part of Ultimate Weapon don't you like?
The part where it's a corrupted Aristan artifact, Jack. When we all know Aristan is really just another word for weapons from yesteryear that we are absolutely unprepared for.
Maybe you're unprepared.
And you aren't? When I found you, the only thing you were prepared for was exploding and taking the rest of Saren with you.
The last time I talked with Sandrak, he pulled the same "you wouldn't exist without me" lecture you are. So you're a little late to the party, sir.
You will go back to the Shrine Forge and get the mark you were ordered to in the first place.
Can't do it.
And then you will come back here and destroy this thing.
Oh, no, I'm being for real. I can't. The machine, it broke.
Don't fuck with me, Jack.
Are you serious right now?
I'm not. And I am. All right? And I can control it. Why can't you see that?
You can't control it. No one can. What if Sandrak really isn't gone, and he gets it back? What then? It stays here, under lock and key. Take it to the vault.
You're making a mistake.
Take it to the goddamn vault!
Other universities didn't fit into my life.
They said I'd have to quit my job to go to school.
They said it would take me 4 years to graduate.
They said I have to take tests when they tell me to.